Let's start that all over. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this Saturday call. We're so excited. If you've taken the time to hop on and listen, my name is Tina Margaris. I'm an Elite 1, Platinum Black 2 with Modere. And I think if there was ever a good time to jump in on this amazing opportunity, it's now. So many great things are happening. Today you're going to hear from 3 awesome rock stars that do really great at promoting product. And we have a new product that's going to be promoted this week. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that too. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm from Canada. I currently reside in Florida in the winters, thanks to Modere. So originally started out as an educator and was like getting up in the dark to go to work, coming home in the dark to go to work. I was exhausted and tired, and I was in the traditional network marketing space for 5 years, and I was extremely unsuccessful. And, I kept seeing all these amazing social marketers from Modere doing special things on social media, and I just was so intrigued that I finally asked somebody if I could take a look. And then once I saw, I couldn't unsee. And I know that that's a familiar phrase, but it is true. And for me, it was somebody sharing with me that there was a promoter side to the compensation plan where you could go to the top and earn a good living by promoting products. And there was also a builder side to this compensation plan. But I loved that there were 2 options where you could do one or you could do both. And I jumped on board in December of 2020, and I haven't looked back. Since then, I went from being somebody who was constantly in overdraft, had consolidation loans, credit cards that were maxed, to being somebody that is debt-free, retired from their educator's position, and living my very best life, thanks to Modere and all of the products. And I just turned 60, and I got a test done at the doctor's, and my chronological age is 60. My biological age was 38. Thank you, Modere. Thank you for all your amazing products that have helped me to keep young. It's just amazing, isn't it? So anyways, I don't even want to say this as housekeeping to tell you what's going on currently. I want to say I'm going to make some amazing announcements because this brand is always working for us. So just yesterday, we had our brand new Modere Life by Design website launched, and it is up and running, and IT is working out the kinks because I can't imagine a worldwide company developing a brand new website with an amazing customer experience, and I mean just so many great things happening. And as we go along, there will be even more additional changes coming as well to that platform. I mean, I think it's so super exciting that in this day and age, when we have an online business where you are affording people multiple pay platforms, like that is just so big. But if you look at the website, the customer experience is so much better. Ordering is easier, everything, and it's beautiful. So that's super duper exciting. And then this coming week, we are having Modere Beauty Day, April 23rd. There are going to be special presentations going on all day. And from 10 a.m. Mountain to 4 p.m. Mountain Time, there's going to be special giveaways for social marketers on the One Voice North America Facebook page. And then at 10 a.m. Mountain, there's going to be a huge kickoff that includes corporate announcements, product training, and info on our new BioCell. That's the new product. it's not just for skin anymore. We are having a skin, hair, and nails. So imagine having like all of those options for people, the Pure, the Life, the Immune, and now not just skin, but skin, hair, and nails. I mean, I'm a person that couldn't grow my hair past my shoulders. Now it's growing so much from utilizing the BioCell, but I thought to myself, what I use the skin, hair, and nails, I'm going to be Rapunzel. I'm super duper excited about that. And then last but not least, I just wanted to share with you, and it's really, really important to share this because what is happening is we are having a spring surge promotion for social marketers. And that is running, it's already running all through April until May 31st, and all new social marketer enrollments will receive a discount of $100 off US or $130 Canadian when they order utilizing an XM enrollment collection. Or if they want to go big or go home with the Ultimate XM collection, they're going to receive $150 off or $185 Canadian. So there are also some amazing qualification bonuses for SMs to earn as well. And then I just wanted to say, too, that we should think about this if you are wanting to share with people the social retail experience. You should check out the One Voice North America group, because in the next week or so, we have some amazing leaders that will be speaking on Life by Design with social retail, so you can tap your prospective new teammates into the power of social retail. On April 23rd, Lisa Cox will be talking. On April 25th, Rick Teague will be sharing this. And on April 30th, Tony Zalecki will be there. So check into the group for the times that those presentations will be going on. So now I just want to hop right into it. I'm going to introduce our first amazing speaker, and her name is Cordesha Mcrae. I love Cordesha. Every time I see her at an event, this girl is moving on up. Not only is she gorgeous, and it's hard to believe that she is a mom and a grandma, but she is a senior team leader and a Platinum Black One. And you remember what I talked about when I talked about promoting products. A Platinum Black One is a person who sells $15,000 worth of product by themselves in a month. So, Cordesha, I want you to come in here, tell us a little bit about your story, and then I want you to just kind of share what you're going to do when you start promoting the new skin and hair and nails product this week.
Hello. Thank you, Tina. That was a beautiful introduction. I appreciate you, girl. I'm Cordesha. Nice to meet you. And I'm calling in and thanks for having me on the call. I'm super excited to be on this call on this Saturday afternoon here on the East Coast, Maryland. I'm excited to be here. So once again, thank you. I've been with Modere since, I want to say 2017, and then I kind of, fell back a little bit, and then I returned in 2022, and my fire was lit. It was just go time from then on because I had different goals. The more you grow, if your goals doesn't change, then you're not growing. So my goals have changed, and then I began to grow. And that's when the Platinum Black became part of my title, which I'm super excited about that as well. But the hair, skin, and nails juice, I call it juice, okay? It just sounds good. Everybody wants juice, so I use, certain words in my language and things that I say to just kind of excite people, to make them want what you have or be curious about what it is. So I call it a hair, skin, and nails juice. I've been calling it that even before the title. Even before the new bottle, I was calling it the hair, skin, nails juice. So that's going to be a little easy for me to kind of introduce people to that since I've already been calling it that. But I'm super excited about it because now it has extra things in it, right? It has the biotin in it now. So that's going to really help with I think it's the keratin or something. I have to research it a little more. But that's going to help with the production of healthier hair, skin, and nails. So I'm excited about that product. What I'm pretty much going to do is just be myself. I'm just going to be authentic and genuine in how I promote the product. I just want people to know what it offers. I want to give them the value of it. I want to educate them on it. So, yes, I'm going to be doing more research so that I can be more confident when I am talking about it, because when you are confident, that produces sales. People can see the confidence. They can hear the confidence. So when you are posting, when you are going live, when you are creating reels and videos and stories, make sure you have confidence attached to it, because it shows in all of those platforms. So I'm going to definitely be pushing out some confidence and belief in what I have. You have to believe in your products. You have to believe in what you're promoting. You have to believe in this company that you're affiliated with. You have to believe in yourself. So that's going to also help to boost my confidence, the belief in it. And, we are award-winning. We have several patents. We are backed by science. So if that doesn't boost your confidence, I don't know what will. So just knowing that, educating yourself on what you have is going to give you that confidence. And that's basically what's needed in this space, in this industry, is to have the confidence and the belief in what you're doing.
Oh, my gosh. I love what you said. And I wanted to ask you a little bit, when you joined in 2017 and then decided to come back in 2022, and you said, your goals changed, and when you, your goals changed, you began to grow. Was there, one thing that happened where you said, this is it, I'm doing this because I know I've got the ability to do it? Did you have, a life experience that made you think I'm gonna re-evolve myself in this business?
Oh my gosh, yes. And this is the first time someone asked me this, so this is the first time I'm sharing this. That just made me a little emotional. So back in 2016, my sister, who's under me, I'm the eldest of 4 girls. My sister under me, she passed away from gastric cancer. She was living in New York. I was living in Maryland. And she became really, really ill, and she wanted to move here with me so that I can take care of her. At the time, I was in nursing school, working 2 jobs, what most of us do, right? We have more than one job. Mm-hmm. So I was doing all the things. And, before she moved here, I wanted to be with her and kind of take care of her during her, her chemotherapy, her treatments and all. So when I put in the request at work and it got denied, I broke. It just broke me. And from that point, I said, I'm never going to let someone determine my freedom, my time. This was important to me. I was with that place for 12 years, and for them to deny, when you're with a job for so long, they become your family. You're with them more than you're with your family, right? So They knew my situation, and it was still denied. So that was the turning point and the big change that told me that, no, I need to be doing something for myself. I need to do something that I'm appreciated for, which is, in this industry, your work ethics write your checks, right? So I needed to do something for me that I knew would give me my worth, would pay me my worth and appreciate me. So this company is home. Modere is home. It's welcome home, welcome back. So that's what really was my turning point, was I wanted the freedom. I needed the time freedom and financial independence.
Thank you for sharing that. That is
You're welcome.
Profound. Yeah. The other thing, too, I wanted to ask you was, so do you have a set plan when you do your personal marketing, for your Modere business? Do you say to yourself, I do so many lives in a week, or I make sure I post a reel every day? What is your, regular, daily mode of operation for you when you are doing your Modere business?
Okay, so I treat my business like a business. It's not a hobby, kind of like a job in a way. Jobs have structure. That's one thing I can give to a 9-to-5 is there is structure, right? You know when to go to lunch, you know when to wake up, you know when you're taking your break, you know when you're going to get off. So I have structure. I go live typically once a day in the morning between 7:30 and 9 a.m. That's my set time. That's my structure. So I follow that like I'm following, like I would do for a job, And I also I post a reel, I post a story, and I post on my page every day. There's no set amount that I post per day, but there's definitely going to be something on one of those things every single day. That's my consistency, and people are looking for it. So you can't take days off. Every day I'm doing something.
That's awesome. What's your favorite social media platform to work from?
I love Facebook, but they kind of prohibited my live. So I don't know what happened. I can do everything else except go live, and it's almost 6 weeks now. So, I mean, I love it for the fact that everything is replayable. But TikTok is really where I get to, like, do everything at the same time. They get to know, like me, and trust me all within 2 hours of a live, you know. So that, I love that for the fact that it's more, you know, like a fast-paced thing, and you get to do all the things at once while you're live, if you're doing it effectively, right? If you are talking to your target audience, you have to have a target. You can't just be all over the place. And I know a lot of you were like, well, what's my target? I don't know what my target. Do me a favor and write this down. Who is your target audience? If you don't know who your target audience is, here's a hint. Who are you? Okay? Your target audience is you. What are your goals? What do you want to do? Do you want to lose weight, tighten tone, firm, better hair, skin, and nails? What do you want to do? You attract who you are. So I target, you know, when I'm talking, when I'm posting in my stories, in my lives, my reels, I'm always targeting those people that are me. And that's basically my steps and my strategies.
Oh my gosh, Cordesha,
TikTok.
You're fire. This is just so amazing. You're giving so much valuable information, everybody. And, you know, the one thing I love about you, and I have caught some of your lives on Facebook before you had your ban. I'm sure it will come back because Facebook is tricky that way. But what I love when Cordesha said, like, be you and attract you, like, I've seen her live where she is, like, at the stove. She is cooking breakfast, or she is making lunch for her kids. Like, you know, she is showing her true life, but she is, like, this amazing social marketer, you know, and people are like, hey, wait a minute, like, I think I can do this, or like, look at all the stuff she gets done in one day. I think I need her energy. I think I need to use the products that she's sharing with me. But anyway, Cordesha, thank you so much for sharing all that. You are amazing, and I'm just so proud to know you.
Oh, likewise. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, guys.
So that was just so great. Anyways, listen, I want to introduce to you Peggy Stewart. Peggy's Director 1, so she's like working that team building side, and a Platinum 3. She has some really great balance in her business, because not only has she developed a team, but she is sold. Platinum 3 is $9,000 worth of product in a month. Imagine, like, having both those sides working at once. So, wow, Peggy, come on in here, introduce yourself, tell us your story about joining Modere and what brought you to this amazing brand.
Sure. Hey, everybody. Thanks, Tina. Hey, I'm Peggy Murphy. I am 2.5 years in with Modere. And I had, beginning of the pandemic, I work a full-time job. I am a global VP of logistics or sustainability for a logistics company. So I have a full-time job. But when the pandemic hit, I found myself at home. I found myself having a little free time, I guess, keep myself busy. And I had actually joined a different network selling activewear, because everybody was home and everybody was, looking to find comfortable clothes. And I came across Modere from a friend, and note that we all seem to have somebody we know who, got us into Modere. But when I learned about the business model that Modere had versus the activewear company I was at, there was no comparison. The systems that we have in place, the support network, the lead by example from our leadership. I mean, we have people in this company who are doing extremely well, who are in it every day, helping us, pouring into us, giving us tips, helping us succeed. So that to me was just like a no-brainer. And then use the products, love the products. I lost a lot of weight. I lost like 50 pounds, and which I needed to lose. And I love the collagen and everything else. But probably one of my favorite products is our Ova M product, which is for all phases of menopause, and it addresses some of the symptoms for menopause, hot flashes, night sweats, mood swings, all those things. And within a week of starting to use it, I'm postmenopausal. I'm 58, Tina. I'm close to your age, and we're in that demographic postmenopause. But I was having occasional night sweats, and this got rid of them. I used to wake up every 1 to 2 hours. Now I'm sleeping 4 or 5 hours at a time, no problem. It's just I love the product, and I get others hooked on it because I love it and it works for them too. But when I think about tips or things that I do, I've actually hit Platinum Black 1 level, but there's certain things, requirements to get there. But so definitely on the selling side, but building my business slowly on the other side. This year, so now 2.5 years in, I've signed up 1 social marketer per month this year so far, which has been phenomenal for me. But the tips that I would say, as you get going, right? Nothing ever happens overnight. That's a rarity. That's people who've done this business before or know what they're doing or bring a team or whatever. But I knew nothing, and I just started from scratch. But I have my non-negotiable, right, because I work full-time, is that I post every day. I do a reel, I do stories, and I do a post every day. And I'll do it before I get on my work calls in the morning, and that's my non-negotiable. So I'll get up, make sure I have enough time, and I have, a good database of drafts of reels and things now after 2.5 years, so I can pull from ones I've done and re-edit them if I need to. But I do that, and I focus on knowing what, I'll start posting about collagen now because we have a promo coming up, right, and get people interested and share the wealth of information about the benefits of the product. But and I post my Facebook page. I guess people might want to know, do you have a business page or personal page? I just have a personal page, and I make no apologies about sharing the products or the business opportunity every day in my personal Facebook page because that's what I'm in. I'm in it, right? I believe in the products. I'm in it. I do this. So people know, and I haven't had any people, my friends say anything differently or anything. If you're worried about that, they'll support you if they are in your circle of friends. But you have to believe in it and trust it, as Cordesha said earlier. And just to know, hang in there, right? I think when I started, I had 0 followers on Facebook, right? I just had friends. I had no followers. And I think at the end of 2022, I had 500 followers on Facebook. And then at the end of last year, and actually in the first 2 months or 3 months of this year, I just hit 20,000 followers on Facebook. So if you're consistent, if you're sharing valuable information, if you stay in your lane, your demographic, like Cordesha said, you're going to attract those people. And that's what's happened. So I hit the menopause demographic. I hit the looking to retire soon. What do I do with my time? How do I make extra money to retire? And, people who want to lose that weight. So those, I stick in that. I don't reach out across other areas like postpartum or anything like that. Sometimes I get questions, but I have an endless stream of people in that space because I've focused on that. So that's just some of the tips or things, observations now 2.5 years in that I would share this morning, Tina.
I love that. I love that you have non-negotiables and that it's a reel, stories, and a post. And there's a theme here, right? When you're seeing how people are great at promoting, and congratulations, I get that. You've done $15,000 in sales in a month, which is awesome, so awesome. But I think that you see that theme. I love that you keep your stuff that you post and you are able to repurpose, right? Mm-hmm. And that's important for everybody to know. Once you have a bank of things together, keep them, either make albums, do that sort of thing, but then you're able to repurpose things, and that you go through the promos that we have available, and that's how you kind of cycle getting people interested in different things. Utilizing your personal page is awesome, and I can't believe you have 20,000 followers. That's amazing, like to go from 0 to 20,000. I think, too, it's really important what you said, Peggy, about staying in your lane. You know, we often think that everything here is so great, that our products, they are for everybody. But if, like Cordesha said and like you said, if you are talking to you, then that is so great at attracting, right, your audience that can relate to you, for sure. I just think it's so great. I do want to ask you one question about your stories, because I think it's important that we are all in our stories. How many panels of stories do you post daily? Because you've been very effective, obviously, at being able to sell $15,000 worth of product a month, and people see you in your stories and become your follower, that sort of thing. How many panels and stuff do you do a day? What's the cycle of your stories?
The stories, anywhere from like 3 to, it can be like 10, 12 a day. I don't try to do, so many that you can't even see the little dashes at the top. You know what I mean? Like I try to, and I mix it up. That I will do more personal stuff there, but also some product stuff or business opportunity stuff in the stories. But I think also, I use the stories. Anybody that looks at my stories, right? Because stories, people don't have to be followers. Anybody can see your stories, and there's no limit on, like there are on liking posts or other things. And anybody that views my story, I reach out to them, especially when it's about a product or business, and I say, hey, thanks for checking out my story. I'm not sure if you're interested, but would you care for any of the information that I was sharing? And that's a gold mine of opportunity, for people to reach out to in your stories. And then messaging, when you message people, then they start seeing your Facebook posts, so it's a cycle, and it's all interconnected. So I can't stress enough, that you really need to be doing all the things, the stories, the messaging, every day. If people have birthdays every day, just wish them a happy birthday. Then they're going to start seeing your stories and your posts, so just try to do, all those things, even if it's just one post a day, even if it's just a story or two. Multiple stories is better, and then, a handful of messaging, it all adds up. And the live on Facebook, it rewards you, for viewership. So all those things together, when you do it consistently, will grow your viewership and will grow the opportunity to have those conversations for sales.
That's awesome. Do you have a ratio of how you go into your social media and afford either the business opportunity or sharing the products? Like, do you have a ratio or a pattern that you use?
I do. It's like a 3-day pattern. So one day I do all my videos pretty much on TikTok, and then remove the watermark and use them on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. But one day I am talking about the Lean Body System, literally showing them me pouring a tablespoon of the trim, adding the Tree Biotic on top, and what it does. So it's like a 30-second or more sort of live, if you will, but me talking, right? Not dancing around to music. And then another day I'll do about the business opportunity. And about a year or two ago, I forced myself to do that, because if you're not talking about the business, you're not going to get people asking you about the business. So I do one about Lean Body System, one about the business, and one about the 5-day drop, or about losing weight. So it's I rotate a three-part system, and I do that on repeat. And I'm amazed at how many likes and comments I get, even on repeat like that, 3 days.
I love that. I mean, I needed your encouragement for you to say that it's just okay to go out there and share about the business opportunity on your homepage, on your regular page, because like you said, like I really needed this. This was amazing. You have motivated me. I love it. Like you said, you're in it. So share that you're in it. You know, so great. Peggy, thank you so much. You got me. I'm excited. I'm excited to get out there and kind of follow some of the patterns that you shared with us in regards to your social media. And congratulations on losing the 50 pounds. Just like another testament to how amazing and effective our supplementation is. That's just so great. So thank you so much for coming on today, spending some of your Saturday with us, and sharing those insights. It's so appreciated. So anyways, this is like my carrots and peas. Vanessa J. is in the house. She is a Director 3, Platinum Black 3, did I say it? $50,000 in personal sales in a month. I feel like I've traveled the world with this lady. I love her to pieces. She is the most amazing creative you're ever going to meet, and she's going to share with us a lot of stuff today. She's going to share her story first, but if you haven't seen Vanessa's social media, please, you need to watch, because this woman works hard at this. She deserves these amazing credentials. She's like right there in it in the team builder side, and of course at the tippity tip top of the promoter side. Vanessa, are you there?
Oh my God, Tina, I don't think I'll be able to leave my room. My head is so big now. Thank you, my friend. Yes, Tina definitely is I don't know if she's the peas or I'm the carrots, but we are super close, and we've had a lot of amazing adventures with this company, that's for sure. A bit about my story. To be honest, 8 years ago, I was a restaurant manager, working 50-plus hours a week, running around a busy restaurant. Unfortunately, at that time, I was going through a divorce. And that was, all of a sudden, it was scary. You're alone. You're saying to yourself, how am I going to make ends meet? And I was desperate to figure something out. I didn't have time to get a second job. I was working sometimes in the morning, sometimes midday, sometimes right till close. And there was just no way I could fit a second job in. And this is not my first company. This is my second. I've now been with Modere for 6 years. But I remember seeing a girl on social media 8 years ago buy a white winter coat. And that was my trigger at that time. At that time, my bills were coming in. I was having a really hard time just getting, honestly, putting gas in my car to get to work sometimes. It was pretty tough going. And I saw this girl buy a white winter coat, and I said, what is she doing? And she sent me an email that was, I don't know how many pages long. I thought, this is a scam. I'm not doing it. And then about 2 weeks later, I had a bill come in the mail that sent me over the edge. And I remember just having such a sleepless night. Woke up in the morning and decided to give the online space a chance. And for 2 years, I did all the things. They told me to do it, I did it. And I just felt like I would take, 3 steps forward, 5 steps back. It was very recruitment based. If I didn't have a team, I couldn't make any money. A lot of the same things that I think a lot of people go through. I was spending more money than I was making. I was being taught how to brand the company, not myself. After 2 years, I was feeling like very inauthentic, and I just didn't feel like I was in alignment. And I was 1 foot out of the door of this industry. I was starting to question, is this for me? I'm not too sure. And literally the day that I was ready to quit, I was praying. And, I was literally praying, like, somebody help me. I know there's got to be something better out there. And that day I received a message from a woman that I had secretly been spying on social media. I loved the way she was doing things, and she reached out to me. It was very random, and she just said, Vanessa, hey, Vanessa, how are you? It's great to connect. And we started a conversation, and she introduced me to Modere, but what she did was something so interesting to me. And all she did was she added me to a Facebook group, and she sent me a video. And I didn't even look at the video, and I didn't even look around the Facebook group. I was just so excited that there was tools. And I said, I'm in, and that was that. And now 6 years later with Modere, I have been able to leave my full-time job. I leaned into the promoter side because I just thought it was so incredible that I could build a business without having to build a team, to market a product that I absolutely love, which is buy or sell, and to have that business model where I had that freedom, and also even for people who decided that they didn't want to work for me. I love the fact that people walking into this business can decide for themselves, do I want to promote the product while I learn to lean into leadership, and if I never want to, that's fine too. Like, I just love that freedom was here for us. There was tools in place, amazing people, amazing incentives and opportunities, and it's just been such a blast since I've been here, honestly. And so I can say I'm a lifer.
That's so awesome. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about your approach to promoting product and like what kind of angle you come at.
So here's the thing for anybody, for anybody who's listening, who's either new or actually might be thinking about the business for themselves. None of us are born marketers. We come into the online space and we say, okay, let's hopefully make some extra income and change my family's life, change my life, whatever it is. But we're not necessarily all. Some maybe not. Some maybe are, but most of us are not marketers, and we learn to be as we go. But for me, and for anyone who's new or thinking about getting started, I think the biggest thing that changed my business was, as soon as you can, create a testimony and get excited about a product. If you look at the products that do really well are the ones where you can show people the difference. So whether it's the lean body system, the 5-day drop, liquid biocell, where you can actually show people, here, this is what it's done for me, and share your story. That honestly is all it takes, because your belief and your excitement behind that product is going to be so huge that it can sell itself. Now, of course, as I've grown and as I got more excited about a product, for me, I loved leaning into education, because as I was learning, I was like, I didn't know this, but somebody else might want to know this. And as I started to share my story and start to educate about the product and have those two things kind of intermingling, that was really, that was what took everything over the edge. And, on another side too, I mean, we have so many amazing products. Yes, it's great to focus on one, but I love the fact that, you can get excited about, you can pivot. You can, after 5 years of speaking about one product, you can say, let's veer in this direction. This is more, maybe there's something, like, I know for me, I'm at a different time of my life now, I'm trying new things. So it's a really fun product line that you can actually really play around with and really create the business that you want for yourself, which I love.
What's your daily, DMO as far as your social media goes?
Well, we always have to remember, I mean, it's network marketing, right? So there's two sides to my business that I take seriously every day, and that's networking and there's marketing. So whether I try and do a reel every day, I'm not as consistent, some of you amazing ladies. I used to be, not as much. but I try and create a reel every day, and I will, when I do that, I will share it TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, even sometimes in my stories. My stories from Instagram are synced over to Facebook, which is great. I will definitely post every day. I will try and get into my stories every day. That's the marketing side. Again, network marketing. So those are the two main puzzle pieces of your business. And so the marketing aspect, and then of course behind the scenes, I am speaking to people. I'm building relationships. I'm following up with people. I'm networking online. And then there's two other sides to what I like to do personally is the skill development side and personal development as well. So those are things that I feel help, number one, grow my skill set and also help develop me as a person, because just as we heard earlier on this call, you attract who you are. And if you want to grow and if you want to become better, you've got to be better. And so I try and carve out a little bit of time for each every day, depending on what that looks like at the time.
Yeah, that's awesome. What I really love is that, like you said, we're all not, we don't come into this marketers or seasoned marketers. Both you and I had previous network marketing experiences that were not positive, that didn't reap the rewards, but I think that part of having that was still growing pains into becoming better once we were with Modere and we had the tools, like you said, those tools that were provided to us. There are so many amazing trainings available, and there's so much support, because this really isn't, and I talked about Vanessa and I being like carrots and peas. We aren't upline or downline or any of those words to each other, but we are still helping each other. And the same goes with Cordesha and Peggy, all of us. We are all sidelines. We would drop anything to help each other. That's kind of how it works in Modere. It's kind of like a really, really different and unique experience where even across teams, people are helping each other quite a bit. But what I loved, too, was, and it's so true, I often say we need to be if we are talking about a health and wellness company like this amazing, design your life by design with Modere, we need to be able to talk the talk, but we can't do it unless we walk the walk. And Vanessa talked about sharing your story. That's all it takes at the beginning. So if you are walking the walk and sharing your journey story, you can be an effective social marketer. And I love that she said that, because after a while, after you've walked the walk and you have that great experience and you have that journey, that's when it's easier to become that educator, become that person that shares the products at, a little more in-depth, that sort of thing. But we all started at one place. And having a great success story, utilizing the supplementation, always, always helps. But unless you employ that, unless you go ahead and do it, unless you dive into the lean body system and that lifestyle, unless you dive into doing the 5-day drop, unless you are consistent utilizing your collagen so that you have something to share with people, I think, it's not going to happen. So you need to dive in, be a product of the products, right? Share your journey story, get a little momentum under your belt, be able to educate further. I love that everybody talked about, there was talk of personal development and talk of make sure that you're in it, so you're sharing the business. Cordesha does it in the morning, early in the morning, because that sets her up for her day, and she's sharing her regular life. I think that if you are considering all things Modere, you definitely have to get back to the person you talk to. I want to thank all three of our speakers so much for sharing insights today. But that person that sent you to this call is waiting to hear from you. You should be excited. And, you know, I didn't mention this at the beginning, but I had said that Vanessa and I had traveled many times together. It was always with Modere. And our incentive trip this year is in Cabo at the Hard Rock Resort. It's so beautiful there. I think everybody has the opportunity to jump in, get working, earn that incentive trip, not look back, right? And guess what? You can get yourself in the best shape, feeling the best, looking the best you are on your way to getting that Cabo trip. I want you to jump in, take the journey. I want you to walk the walk, be a product of the product, and it is going to be amazing for all of you. I want to thank everybody for coming on today. I hope you have a great Saturday. It's a beautiful spring day. We are ready to spring into summer, everybody, so let's get going. Thanks again, everyone, and have an awesome Saturday.